is auction day. I am on the way to the auction. Now this auction, they actually moved. It was on a Saturday. They moved it to a Thursday. So I'm not sure if that means stuff will be more expensive or cheaper. I'm kind of thinking it's the first time with the day being moved. So I'm kind of thinking it will be a little bit cheaper this time, but I could be wrong. You never can tell, which is why you go to the auction. So how I do it is I make a list ahead of time. They always have a list online of all the cars that they're going to have. They sometimes will have a few that they take off or add on the day of, right? But I've got a list. I think I've got probably 15 different cars that I'm interested in, ranging from, they've got a 1980 El Camino that I'm interested in, which I'll show you that here in a few minutes on the video. They've got a bunch of trucks that I'm interested in. I do have flip mainly trucks just because I know they sell relatively quickly. But we're gonna see what we can get. So they've got Tacomas. They've got a Tacoma that I'm interested in. They've got a couple different F-150s, a couple different Rams that I'm interested in. Some trucks that are older, some trucks that are. I think the newest truck that they've got that I'm interested in is like a 2015, 2016. This is a public auction, so they're not going to have like brand new cars the majority of the time. I think the newest one that I've seen there in the past few months was like a 2020, so which is relatively new. But anyway, I'm on the way there now, so I've already got a list of the cars that I'm interested in, and then what I do is I go through that list, and after checking them out, I figure out what my max bid will be based on the retail price, how much profit I want to leave myself, and then what I think it's going to take in regards to fixes, fees, and all of those sorts of details. So for example, one of the vehicles I think will sell for the $10,000 to $12,000 range. If I want my profit to be $3,000 is what I always shoot for. So I'm going to assume if it's between 10 and 12,000, I'm going to assume 11, right? I'm always trying to be conservative with my numbers. So then that means that brings me down to 8,000. And then I've got to subtract whatever the auction fees are, whatever I think it's going to cost me to repair, those sorts of details. And so then that's going to be my max number on that vehicle. So bring it down to 8,000. Let's say I get it for 6. They charge $600 in auction fees, and I'm going to have another $700 in tax, title, tag fees, those sorts of things. So that's $1,300. So minus that 8,000, then minus repairs. Let's say it's $700 in repairs. And again, I go through and look, but let's just say it's 7,000 in repairs. So then that's going to put me 2,000 below that 8,000 mark. So that means my max bid on that vehicle is going to be 6,000. Obviously, no way to know what something's going to go for until you are there, but that's how I go through and figure that out. So I'm on the way there now, going to get it figured out. I'm going to be making a few different videos tonight over the course of the auction, going through and showing like how I go through and inspect the car, what I'm looking for, if I think it's a good price, if I think it's a good buy, how I do the max bid, those sorts of details. So this is just video number 1. I'm on the way to the auction. So we will see you at the auction.